Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Teacher Abby. What's your name?
I'm James.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, James. Okay, so let me introduce myself. Again, my name is Teacher Abby. I'm 24 years old and I've been teaching English for 2 years now. And my hobbies are singing, I love cooking, and I also love reading books, especially English books. What about you? What's your hobbies?
I love playing video games a lot, and I also love singing and cooking sometimes.
Oh wow, so many. So that's nice. Okay, before we start, James, can I ask you if you have the lesson material?
No.
Okay, that's all right. I'll send you the lesson material. Can you please open the lesson material?
Okay. I got it.
Okay, very good. So, are you ready to start the lesson? Ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, our lesson for today is Learn and Talk 3. Try lesson number 2, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so our title for our lesson for today is Handle the Stress of College Life. Can you please read that for me?
Handle the stress of college life.
Okay, so that's nice. So, are you in college right now, James?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our topic for today. Can you please go to page 2?
Okay.
Okay, so here we have 5 words. Let's try to read number 1. Can you please read the one? Excel.
Excel.
Again, excel.
Excel.
Right, very good. So this is how you read it. Excel. Can you please read the meaning?
To be extremely good at something.
Okay, so do you understand what Excel means?
No.
So when we say Excel, it means you are leveling up at something or you are improving. Okay, do you understand that?
Not so clear.
Okay, so let's try using it in a sentence. My brother excel well in our English class. Here, can you please read that for me?
Project Excel well in English class.
Okay, so now do you understand what Excel means?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. What about number 2? Can you please read number 2? Can you say inhibit?
Inhibit.
Again, inhibit.
Inhibit.
Very good. Okay, can you please read the meaning?
To prevent someone from doing something by making them feel nervous or embarrassed.
Okay, can you say making?
Making.
So when we say inhibit, it's making them feel nervous or embarrassed. In other words, you're stopping someone to do something and make them feel scared. Okay, let me try to give you an example for it so you would understand. Okay,
Okay.
okay. My mother inhibits me from talking about my brother. So it means that my mom stops me from talking to my brother. So do you understand that?
Okay.
Okay, let's try to go to number 3. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, can you say cognitive?
Cognitive.
Again, cognitive.
Cognitive.
Very good. Can you please read the meaning?
Connected with thinking of conscious mental process.
Okay, that's conscious.
Conscious.
Very good. Okay. So, James, when we say cognitive, it is the way of thinking or conscious or meaning that you are aware of something. You understand?
Not so clear.
Okay, let's try using it again in a sentence. So, how do you do this? He is reading a book about cognitive thinking. Okay? So, when we say cognitive, it's usually in the mind. Okay? Do you understand right now?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's go to 4th word. Can you say adversely?
Perversely.
Okay, can you please read the meaning?
In a way that is negative and unpleasant and not likely to produce a good result.
Okay, so the meaning of adversely is a bad result, meaning you don't like the result of it, okay? It will just cause you problems. So do you understand?
Not so clear.
Okay, so let's try using it in a sentence again. So if you cancel the field trip today, it will adversely affect other people. Okay, can you please read it for me?
If you cancel the field trip today, it will adversely affect other people.
Okay, so that's the meaning of adversely. So, meaning a bad result. If you do this, it will result to a bad result. So, do you understand?
Okay, okay.
Okay, let's go to the last word. Can you please say norm?
Norm.
Very good. So, can you please read the meaning?
A situation or type of behavior that is expected and considered to be typical.
Okay, can you please say considered?
Considered.
Okay, very good, James. So, okay, when we say norm, this is a short term for normal, okay? So, do you know what normal means?
A little bit.
Okay, so when we say normal, like you're acting normal, you're just going with the flow, that's the meaning of normal. Okay, let's try using it in a sentence. Okay, this is a social norm of speaking in college. Okay, so when we say this one, it's usually a social norm of speaking. This is how you speak. Okay, do you understand?
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
so do you have any questions in the words?
No.
Okay, now let's go to expressions. We have five expressions here. We have stressed out, a cascade off, shift to, genetically programmed, and fighting against. Can you please read it one by one? That's just like what I did.
Cast out.
Very good.
A cascade of shift to genetically program beating against
Okay, so say the word fighting.
fighting.
Okay, so James, what I want you to do is kindly tell me what are the words that you don't understand so I could explain it to you.
I'm not so sure of everything.
Okay, everything. So that's okay. I will just explain to you one by one. Okay, so listen carefully, okay, James?
Okay.
Okay, so first, stressed out. So when we say stressed out, uh, the word stress meaning you're sad and don't know what to do means that you are frustrated at something. Okay, so let's like example, I have been stressed out in the office lately. So meaning that you're very tired at working. That means stressed. Okay, do you understand?
Okay, you're
Uh,
feeling bad at work.
yeah, feeling bad at work. Okay, let's try to go with number two. A cascade off. So when we say cascade, it's a waterfall. Do you know what a waterfall is?
Uh, a little bit, a little bit.
This is what you see in the river or in the forest. Some
Oh,
waterfalls. Okay, let me show you. Is it okay if I share my screen so I can show you the picture?
yes, please, yes.
Okay, so can you see my screen? Can you see this one? Okay,
Okay.
so
Oh,
that's an
oh, that one.
yeah, so that's an example of cascade. Okay, do you understand what cascade means now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, next one is a shift to. So when you say shift to, it means that you switch from other forms. Okay, so like example, he shift to another course. Okay, so she switched to something. Okay, do you understand?
Uh, just a little bit.
Uh, what about shift means you are switching.
Oh,
You
okay.
are going to another one. You are adjusting to another, like this one in the course. For example, my course or what I'm studying is English and I will shift to another course. I will change it. Like I will go to fashion. Okay, do you understand?
Okay, okay.
Okay, nice work. Okay, last two words. Genetically programmed. When we say genetically programmed, means that is programmed automatically, okay? So let's try using it in a sentence. I am programmed to wake up at 7 a.m. every day. Okay? So when we say genetically programmed, it's automatic. So you are required to do it. Okay? It's in your mindset that you're going to do this. You're going to wake up every day at 7 a.m. So do you understand?
Okay, okay.
Okay, very good. Okay, last one, fighting against. So when we say fighting against, means you're fighting over someone or something. So, to make it in a sentence, I will fight against my brother in winning the baking contest. Okay, so do you understand what fighting against means?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so do you have any questions in the words and expressions before we go to the article?
No.
Okay, good job.
Oh,
So let's go to the article. As I can see here, the article is very long. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to read it by turns. Okay, I will read the first paragraph and you will read the second one. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Let me start. Are you ready?
Yeah.
To the college, saying, "This will be the best year of your life." It would be very appropriate to add, "if you can handle the stress of college life." Okay, your turn, James.
Freshmen are showing up already stressed out. According to latest the SERP freshman survey that reported students' emotional health levels at the lowest since the survey started in 1985 while in school. Most students are working part-time and near full-time jobs. Graduation, only 29% of seniors had jobs
Lined up.
lined up.
Okay, very good. So, James, let me just correct you here. So, when you see in an article or a book that it is all caps lock like this one, CIRP, you have to uh, read it like that by letters, not SERP. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Okay. So let me continue. Pressure to excel often creates stress, and many students are not learning how to effectively handle the stress. Okay, can you please read number one?
Trust can make smart people to do stupid things. Stress causes what when researchers call cortical inhibition. In simple terms, stress inhibits a part of brain responsible for decision making and reaction time and can adversely affect other mental abilities as well.
Okay, can you say reaction?
Reaction.
Okay, number two, I'll read, listen carefully. The human body doesn't discriminate between a big stressful event and a little one. Any stressful experience will create a cascade of 1,400 biochemical events in your body. If any amount of stress is left unchecked, many things can occur within the body, including premature aging, impaired cognitive function, and energy drain. Okay, it's now your turn. Can you please read number three?
Stress can become your new norm when you regularly experience negative feelings and high amounts of stress. Your brain recognizes this as your normal state. This then becomes the new norm or baseline for your emotional state.
Okay, that's recognizes. Can you please read that word? Recognizes.
Recognizes.
Okay, very good. Okay, I'll read number four now. Okay, listen. Stress can be controlled. Countless studies demonstrate that people can restructure their emotional state using emotion refocusing techniques. These techniques help you recognize how you are feeling and shift to a more positive emotional, mental, and physical state. Okay, last one, James. Can you please read number five?
Stress slash loving what you study. Barbara Fredrickson, a leading international authority on the importance of positive emotions. That humans are genetically programmed to seek positive emotions such as love and joy. It's suggested to choose a major or career path you love and enjoy. Otherwise, you could end up fighting against your own biology.
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 Okay, very good, James. Good job. Thank you so much for reading with me. So, did you like what you read about it's about stress of college life? Do you agree with the article?
Uh, a little bit. Can you explain more the article?
Yeah, sure. So, James, listen carefully. So, the article talks about how stress it is in college. So, you are a college student, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is true because college is really stressful. Trust me. When I was in college, I was stressed before, usually in paperworks and other homeworks like that. So as you can see, each number talks about stress and how it will affect each people. But it also says that stress can be controlled. And to overcome stress, you have to learn how to love what you are doing. Just like in college, if you don't want to experience any stress, you have to love what you are doing. Like if your course is English, you're taking up English. If you don't want to be stressed, you have to love English, right? Okay, so let's go to the discussion part, okay? Hello, James.
Okay.
Okay. So I will just ask you some questions and there are no right and wrong answers. So just give me your opinions, okay?
Okay.
Okay, number one. Are you or were you a college student? I think I already asked you that, and the answer that yes, you are a college student. So, James, did you have stress when you were a freshman?
I'm currently a freshman right now,
Okay.
and I have a little bit of stress, but not really too much stress because it's only few subjects for me.
Okay, so just a little stress. Okay, that's nice to hear. But okay, let's go to number two. So, James, what are the possible reasons for college students having stress? What do you think? If you're a college student, why do you think you are stressed?
I think because of a lot of things to do, especially the things that you need to pass in your professors, and a lot of requirements and projects that needs to be done on the time. You have to pass it already, something like that.
Oh, yeah, so that is very stressful, especially when it's deadline, right?
Yeah, it's super stressful.
So, what about stress for working people? What do you think? Why are they stressed?
I think it's also the same for us college students. You have to meet the deadline of every every work or job that you must do.
Yeah, that's right. So, last one. So, how can people deal with stress? What do you think? Can you tell me a story about what happened to you when you were experiencing stress? How did you deal with it?
I usually deal with it. I will go outside and try to breathe a lot and like deep breaths. And I also eat some cold. like ice cream. I love ice cream, so it takes my stress out when I
Oh,
eat.
okay. So you deal with stress by eating, right?
Oh yeah, I like
Yeah.
eating.
Oh, you like eating. So when you eat, you take away your stress. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay. So me, well, I what I do so I can deal with my stress is I talk to people. So that's why I'm an online English teacher now. I really like talking to people. So it lessens my stress. Okay. So it's really nice when you talk to people, sharing your thoughts and your problems to them. That's one way of dealing with stress. Do you agree?
yeah, yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so James, so we still have a short time. So before we end our lesson, let's do a recap, okay? So,
Okay.
okay, James, do you still remember the five words we tackled a while ago?
Uh, excel, inhibit, cognitive, adversely, norm.
Very good. Okay. So what about the expressions? Can you give me at least two of the expressions if you still remember?
Plotting against shift two.
Okay, so, okay, James, did you understand what are those words and expressions? Do you still remember?
Uh, yeah.
Okay, so what we learned is five words and five expressions, and we also talk about an article which is handle the stress of college life, and we talked about how stress is in college, and how to deal with stress, and make sure that you have to, in able to deal with stress, you have to love what you are doing. Okay, do you still remember?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very good. Okay. So, okay. Do you have any questions before we end our lesson?
No, teacher.
Okay. So, before we end our lesson, let me just give you some feedback. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. As I've noticed, the way you read very slow, but it's okay because you can read it very nice, and you have good reading comprehensions. However, I want you to improve your reading by reading more. Okay. I will send you a link for further reading. So please read this link that I will send to you in our chat box. Okay. Do you see the link?
Okay.
Okay. So after the lesson ends, if we say goodbye to each other, please read that and practice more on reading so you could like improve more in reading. Okay. So let me give you some tips. Okay. Let me just write down. Okay. So my tip to you is read. Yeah, especially that. Read some English books. Read the further reading. And if you have time, you can go out and talk with other people in English to practice your English skills. Is that okay with you?
Okay, I'll try to do it.
Okay, so, okay, do you have any questions before we say goodbye?
No, teacher.
Okay, so James, thank you for having me. It was so nice having you. Did you enjoy our lesson?
Yeah, I
Okay, that's
enjoy it.
nice. Okay, so I want to see you next class. Okay, so this is Teacher Abby, and goodbye, James. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.